Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing amazing. I'm so excited for today's video just because it is finally the Q&A video, and I'm so excited to officially let you guys know a little bit more of me, but I hope that you will enjoy it. I'm not going to talk for too long just because the video itself is already long, so I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I hope that you enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you before I get into it for 100 subscribers. I'm so grateful for you all, and I really do hope that you enjoy it. And please keep an eye out for the end of the video as there's a little something for you guys. But all right, have a good time guys. Bye. Alright, so now we are officially gonna start and get straight into the questions. I am very much excited. I just want to thank you before I start for everybody who has asked questions and who is very much intrigued to get to know me. But even if you're watching just to get to know me, thank you as well. But yeah, so we have a few people and we have a few questions, and each of them are quite original, so there's no double questions. There are a few, but it's not too much, which is great. But I'm gonna do my best to not talk about the topic too long, because I have a habit of drifting off from a topic and then going into a whole new story, and that's just not good for this kind of video. Because we don't want to make a video too long. I don't want you guys sitting here for an hour, because I don't think you would like to get to know me for a whole hour. So I'm aiming for at least 30 minutes, but we will see how it goes. So our first set of questions come from Common Mushroom, and her first question is, what is your favorite movie? So I have actually quite a few favorite movies, but I would have to say the one that I can watch over and over and over again would definitely be Coraline. I'm not sure if anybody has seen that, but I'm sure some people have seen that movie. But yeah, I would say definitely Coraline is one of my favorites. Okay, so the next question is, who was your role model growing up? So my role model growing up, and I would say still is, would be Robin Williams. And unfortunately and very sadly, he has passed away due to a very sad disease, and it always breaks my heart when I see him or when I watch movies, seeing him in movies basically, or when I see him. But yeah, I think he was definitely my role model as I grew up. The reason why he's my role model is because I kind of aspired to be like him, and the reason why I say so is because he's very much people orientated, and he loves pursuing new relationships, and he's very enthusiastic about situations. He's adventurous, he's spontaneous, and I think all of those things in combined is something that I would love to be. And as much as I'm not those things, I would really love, and that's why I still look up to him, because I feel like he's a good role model to look up to. And yeah, he's amazing. Like seriously, I can watch any of his movies, and I've watched all my movies. I literally grew up with him and all of his movies. So yeah, he's definitely my favorite. Then the next question is, what's your dream job? So I am actually lucky to be starting my dream job currently. I started my first year this year. So my dream job will definitely have to be being a clinical psychologist. However, I have just started studying, and there are so many fields in psychology, so we'll definitely see as my years come closer, because I still have a long way to go. It takes me about 8 years to get my doctorate and all that, but I think I'm very much excited about it, and I have no issue about it being that long. So her next question is, what is a secret passion of yours? A secret passion of mine would definitely be being true to myself. I feel like every day I do my best to not let others influence me, and just be myself as much as I can. And if others are not happy about that, then it's just got to be the way that it is. I shouldn't bring myself down because of the way that I am or who I am and all that. So I think that's definitely, if I have to say, my secret passion. That's something that I have in my head every single day. The next question is, what is your favorite meal? Okay, so the next question is, what's your favorite meal? Okay, this is quite a difficult question, because just because I love food, so it's a bit difficult for me. But if I had to say my favorite kind of food, it will definitely be Thai food. in the lines of that, just because I love their kinds of spices and sauces that they use. I think it's very sweet and sour kind of sauces, and I like that a lot. The next question that she has is, which Sims townie would you like to be friends with? I honestly think if I had to choose, I would definitely be friends with Nolani, and I hope I'm saying that right. But I think I'll definitely be friends with her just because she seems like she's such a caring person, you know. She's the type of person that will come to you if she sees you upset, and she'll be like, what's wrong, you know, talk to me. And she just gives kindness without even being an issue. She will just be kind every day, and you know, I feel like she's the type of person that you'll definitely need in your life. Then the next question is, which famous townie do you dislike? Honestly, Vlad. So I don't really mind Vlad in the vampire pack, but I feel like if I had to get to know him in real life, he would honestly be an asshole, because I feel like he is the kind of person that, you know, he does certain things and he would do you a favor, but the favor is benefiting him. That's the only reason why he would do it. And he just like cares about himself. I don't know, maybe I'm judging Vlad, maybe Vlad's a good guy, I don't know, but just looking at him, I feel like he's got no good vibes, and I'm not about that. So the next question is, how did you get Phoebe? So I actually got Phoebe last year December, and Phoebe's my puppy, by the way, for those of you that are confused. But yeah, she's my puppy, and so basically, my sister studies in a different province. She's now graduated, but when we went to her graduation last year, I had this big feeling, and I knew my puppy is there. I've always wanted a puppy. I've had dogs before, but there was a few years where I didn't have any dogs. But I think I would say, like, for the past 2 years, I've been really longing for a dog and, you know, having like a companion. So I knew when we went to my sister's graduation, I just knew that in this province, my dog is here. And I believed it so hard. I was like, something is telling me I need to go look for a dog. So we were going to go to the shelters, but unfortunately the shelters were closed because that was the first place that we were going to go. But I'm not too sure if it was a Sunday or something, or the time that we asked, it was a bit too late. So, but basically the day after that, we were meant to go home. So we were meant to get on the flight, and there was basically no time we didn't even go on a flight. Sorry, I'm lying. We basically had to drive home. But we couldn't do that the next day because there would be no time for us to go look for a puppy by the shelter. So we were like, okay, we went to the pet shop. I wasn't extremely happy about the fact that we were going to pet shops, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think she was definitely happy with the whole situation of getting out there. And the reason why I say that is because she was literally in this cage, but her head was touching the cage. Or it wasn't touching the cage, but it was a little bit, like literally just a tiny bit higher than her head. And yeah, it was very cramped up and all that, and she was a very scared dog as well. So it was so amazing when we took her home to my sister's fiance's house, and we took her home and she literally ran all over the yard, just being so happy, comparing to the puppy that I looked at when I was at the pet shop. I will now be going on to Whisper Sims, aka our lovely Heather. So her first question is, what is your favorite color? So favorite color would have to be green. Okay, then the next question, if you had one food you had to eat for the rest of your life, what would that be? Oh, so you guys already know how I feel about these kind of questions, but gosh, okay, gosh, I don't really know. I think if I had to eat a specific fast food for the rest of my life, I would say McDonald's. I would definitely say McDonald's. But just keep in mind, I haven't had like all those fancy kind of fast food restaurants most people have in their country. I mean, we just have McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. That's like international, if I'm correct. I'm not sure if we have any more international ones, because I know that I can have a big menu to order from, so I'm gonna stick with McDonald's. Thank you very much, Heather. Then she asked, what is your favorite book or author? So I have to say, I read this whole collection. It's a very steamy kind of book, but it's one of my favorites. It's because I'm in love with romance books, so I have to say my favorite romance novel would be After, and it's from the author Anna Todd. She's amazing, like seriously, a whole vibe and everything. It's just amazing. I feel like me and her would get along really well. Okay, then Heather and Curly Girly asked, how did you discover Sims? So I actually discovered Sims with one of my neighbors down the street. So we all went to primary school together, and basically we lived quite close to one another. And I guess one afternoon, because I was so young, I think I was about 9 years old or 8 years old, and we went there and they were playing The Sims, and that was the first time me and my sister saw The Sims, and we were like in love with The Sims ever since then. Then the next one is, what one pack could you not play without? So I think I would have to say Laundry Day, just because I feel like Laundry Day is that one pack that gives a lot of realism to it. And I know it's like, okay, but I don't have most of the expansion packs, and I think like everything that I have right now, if I had to take that all out, I would just want Laundry Day, because I know that Laundry Day gives you a good feel. So yeah, I would definitely say Laundry Day. Okay, then that is all Heather's questions. Thank you so much, Heather, for asking these amazing questions. The next person is Sims Rafa, and their question is, what is your biggest dream? So my biggest dream will be obviously to travel. I think everybody's dream is to travel, but hopefully I'll be able to travel once I am settled, you know, not having any kind of debt, and making sure my family is also sorted out with no debt or anything like that before I go travel. So yeah, that's something that I think would be my dream, but I would like to travel with Phoebe. And then I think also it would have to be, I would say this is like a smaller dream, but to like pass obviously, but I think to have a doctorate, I think that would be my biggest dream as well. So that's why I'll add it to that as well. Okay, so the next one is, what achievements are you most proud of? I would definitely have to say the fact that I started studying, that I didn't bring myself down, and I just kicked those bad devils out of my head, and I stuck with what I have wanted for a while, but just was scared to do. So I think me doing that and starting my degree now officially is something that I'm very proud of myself for. Next question, what is your biggest fear? So my biggest fear would definitely have to be, gosh, I mean, I have a lot of fears. So anything involved with the ocean, I cannot handle it. So that's meaning like the ocean, a river, any kind of water body. I don't care what it is. I'm not a fan of it. If I can't see the bottom, I'm not happy with it. But even if it had to be clear water, I think I'd only put my feet in just the front. And I know the ocean is such a beautiful place, but I feel like the ocean is for the ocean creatures. So, I mean, people don't even know what's happening down there. I think I saw something about it, like there's a certain percentage that is only being discovered. Just let me go check quickly. Okay, so I just want to go check for you guys, because I needed to tell you exactly how scary this is for me. But there's only 5% of the ocean that is discovered. So that whole 95%, and I don't know how true my sources are, but that is what most of the articles say, but there's only 5%. So I don't know what the hell is going on there in the ocean, but I don't want to be a part of it. I think all those creatures can just live their fantastic mermaid life, you know. We're not gonna interrupt, we won't bother. I don't want to bother at all. So yeah, that's, I think, definitely ocean, crocodiles, sharks, it just freaks me out. Okay, next question. The next question is your favorite place. So I don't actually have a favorite place if it means traveling wise, because I haven't traveled much, so unfortunately I can't really say what my favorite place is. So yeah, I mean, I've went to New Zealand, but I was literally 2 years old, so I can't remember at all, so I can't really say that is my favorite place. But from the photos, I feel like that would definitely be my favorite place to go. So I feel like I can't really answer that question because it's a bit blurred for me. So the next set of questions are from Curly Girly, and they ask, what drew you to Sims? So I would have to say, gosh, I think the whole aspect of just living a whole different life on a game, it's cool for me. I don't know why that's cool, but it is. And the fact of like building, and so for me, I'd have to say that it's the whole aspect of living a different kind of life. You know, the life that you know you can't live, because obviously you like imagine if you had cheats, honestly that would be the best life ever. But yeah, it's the life that you can, you know, be a billionaire in, or you can have like 10,000 dogs. It's the good life. Okay, So next question is, what's your favorite aspect about Sims? To say Sims 4 specifically, I'd have to say the emotions part, because I know if I'm correct, they said that The Sims 4 is mainly based on the emotions and going through all of those. But I feel like if that is what they said and that is what they're basing this game specifically on, I feel like they should have added a lot more emotions. I feel like there could have been way more, options. And if it was like the gameplay part, I feel like they could have done a lot more gameplay where it's, there's a lot more sad emotions. I mean, we have so many emotions. I feel like they could have really done an amazing job with that, so people can relate with their Sims almost, and if they feel like upset about something, they can, maybe make that specific character with those upset emotions, but then they can make themselves live a good life or something like that, I don't know, that would have to be one of my favorite aspects about the Sims 4 now specifically. The next question, favorite game besides Sims. So I actually play a lot of PS games. However, I don't have the new PlayStation 4. I missed the whole generation because now the Sims 5 is coming out. So not the Sims 5, this PS5. Sorry. I mean, that's also coming out. But yeah, I think my favorite game besides that would definitely be The Last of Us. I played the first one and I was in love. I can definitely play that over and over again. Then I have to also probably say Tomb Raider and then Far Cry as well. That would definitely have to be my top 3 games besides The Sims. Okay, so that is their questions. Thank you very much for asking me. I really do appreciate it, curly girly. The next set of questions are Mr. D Sims. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. If I do pronounce anybody's names incorrectly, please do let me know down. Then I will at least know the next time if I have to mention you again in one of my videos. So, their question is Sims 4 the first game you played? So, no. I've actually played the Sims 1 first. And so that was the one that when I went to my friends down the street, that was the one that I first saw there, and that was my first Sims game that I've played. Okay, the next question is, what age did you start? So I think, like I said previously, I think it was about age 8 or 9, because I know I wasn't in grade 5 when I started playing. It was much younger than that, so that's why I say age 9, but I'm not sure. I think it's around that age. Then next question is, what is your favorite and least expansion pack, game pack, and stuff pack? So I will list that down. I'll list it on the screen right now for you, just so I don't have to go through all of them, because I'm a bit afraid the video is going to get a bit long because I can already feel myself talking way too much. But the next question is pet peeves. So my pet peeves would have to be probably, so one of my pet peeves that I can think about on top of my head right now is, when people are cutting food on their plates, and somebody maybe cuts food but then they hit the plate and they're basically cutting the plate. That sound, oh my god, it literally goes through my body and I cannot handle it. That's literally, I could go insane. I could literally just take my plate and walk out and go sit outside even if it's raining. I do not care. I feel like anybody who does that, I can't. I'm sorry, it's not about you, it's me. It really is me. It's just I can't handle it. My mom does it and I always get so angry at her because she knows I can't handle it. So yeah, even talking about it, I'm getting upset. So we'll just go to the next set of questions. But that is basically all that Mr. D Sims asked, and we'll be going to the next person. So this is a fellow South African of mine, and she asks the most embarrassing and most happiest moments in life. So this was also asked by Mr. D Sims, and I think for my happiest moment, I'd definitely have to say when I got Phoebe. So I'd have to write that one down as that. And then most embarrassing, the thing is, I'm such a clumsy person, so I have a lot of embarrassing moments, and everything that I say is sometimes very embarrassing. So, and I don't mean to do it, it's just me. So I think if I have to think of one, it'd probably have to be when I was in aftercare, when I was really, really young. And I remember I was in this aftercare, but it was an all Afrikaans aftercare. I don't know why my parents did that to me, but it was an all Afrikaans aftercare, and I did not understand Afrikaans that well. I was still very young, and yeah, it was terrible. I was like very much lonely in that aftercare. It was very sad. But yeah, I would have to say the most embarrassing would be when my dad came to pick me up and I was like playing outside by myself in like the treehouse. And once my dad came, I was so happy to see him because usually I would wait there. So I had to basically wait from like 1 to 5. It's not that long when you think about it now, but when you're a kid and like all you want to do is be at home, it's very long. So so basically I was waiting for my dad, and then when I saw him outside, I basically got so excited and I jumped off from the tree. But as I jumped off the tree, my skirt got stuck on a tree branch and I was basically like hanging there. It's literally hanging there from the tree. So luckily there wasn't a lot of people there, which I'm very grateful for. I think the Lord was like, oh, she doesn't need that embarrassment in her life right now. So yeah, I have to say that's my most embarrassing. Next set of question is from It's Liesel. And she asked, what's your favorite food in The Sims? I would have to say ambrosia. I haven't tasted it, but I think if I had to taste it and I had to get younger, that would be amazing. Because I don't want to get old. I really don't want to get old, guys. So I think I would definitely stick with that. And next question is, what would you add to your favorite pack? So my favorite pack is Jungle Adventure, but I think if I had to add something, it would definitely be a lot more exotic animals and like exotic people as well there that like literally live in the jungle. I think that would be pretty cool. But if I had to describe it, it has to kind of be similar to Jungle Book. So yeah, I think I would definitely love that. Then next question is, where would you travel to when you're allowed to travel? So we are technically now allowed to travel in our country just because we are on level, or not in our country, in our province, sorry. But we are allowed to travel because we are on level 2 now. But I don't really know. The thing is, I wouldn't travel anyway right now. I think once there's a cure and all of that, then I will travel. But I don't know where I'll travel. I don't have money for traveling, and traveling is not like a thing that I want to do right now. That's definitely a thing I want to do in my future life. I've got a lot of things that I first want to achieve, and then I'll do that. But I'm not sure where I'll go. I think I'll probably go to like Italy or New Zealand. I'm not sure. So much decisions. Okay, next one. Anything you regret not doing? So I would say I regret not being tough on myself when I was in high school. I think I let a lot of people walk over me and just not treat me as good as you should treat your friend. So I think I would definitely have to say I wish I was tougher on myself. So the next set of questions are from Simstress, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right, or if it's Simstress, I don't know. But they ask, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would that be? I think I would live in Hawaii for sure, like 100% I would live there. Red Ross asks, one thing I wouldn't be able to live without. I would have to say my dog, like literally Phoebe. I don't think I could live without her. I mean, she gives me all the energy in the world, so don't know how I'm gonna survive. Alright, thank you Red Ross for your questions. I'm now gonna answer Anna J's questions, and her first question is, favorite food from my country. So we have like quite a few traditional dishes here, but I don't really know what my favorite food would be, to be honest with you. But I would, if I had to say, to give you a quicker answer, I would have to say for dessert, it would be Koesisters. So there are two type of dishes like that. So there's like the Koeksisters and then there's like Koesisters. So there's a difference. The Koeksisters are a bit more twirly, and then the Koesisters are like a donut with coconut on, and it's simmered in, well, I don't know if simmer is the correct word, but it's dipped in sugar water basically. But it's like when it becomes sticky, the sugar water. So yeah, I'll put a picture up of those just so you can see what I'm talking about. And then also trifle. So trifle is like, it's like the sponge type of cake, and there's fruit in, there's custard in, there's cream in, and there's like chocolate crumbles like on top. Oh, it's so good. I'll put a picture if I can find one of those as well. But it's like my favorite. We usually have that on Christmas, but I usually lately what I'm noticing, we're not having it on Christmas. We like any occasion we will have it. But I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. Okay, next question is, what do you love doing in your free time? So I recently actually started gardening, and I have very few plants, but it's fun to like look after them, and I love being outside even though it's like pulling weeds or, you know, just looking after the grass if I can. I'd have to say like that's something that I love doing in my free time just because it relaxes me in some kind of way. Alright, thank you, Anna J. Now, next questions are from Princess Jasmine. She asks, what would you want next in The Sims 4? That being updates and packs. So, for packs, I would want a Lorax pack. And Liberty also asks this question. She asks, what would be my dream expansion? But if I had to pick, it would definitely be a pack related to Lorax. I mean, just imagine having like these fluffy trees. It would be amazing. Then for what I would want next in The Sims 4, I know that there's like quite a lot of talk around it, but for me, I would love an open world. So I don't mind going through the loading screen when you want to go through to a different world. I really don't mind that. But I feel like if you're in a specific world, I want that world to be an open world. So I want to literally go to my friend's house that's living right next to me, and I just want to knock on their door. I don't want to travel to their door, because how do you drive to their door when you can just walk there? So I feel like that's something that I would really like or want for the next in The Sims 4. And I'm very happy to hear that now that The Sims have or at least came back to the community about the skin packs, because that was an issue and they took very long to come back. I feel like it was a bit too long to come back, but I'm very happy that they did come back and that they say that they are working on it. So I'm very intrigued to see what will happen with that. But yeah, I think that would definitely have to be something that I would like to see next in The Sims 4, because I feel like, you know, I miss that, you know, driving in your car to like the grocery store. You know, they just like click this button, this imaginary button in the air, and then your car just pops out of nowhere. I mean, I miss that. Okay, so the next question is any fandoms. So I'm not really sure what fandoms I'm part of. I really don't know. If I had to be, I would probably say a true fandom would be Money Heist. I love Money Heist. It's such a good series, and yeah, if anybody has time to watch it, you know, it is where you have to read the subtitles unless you know Spanish, then you're good to go. But yeah, I just love it so much. I honestly, yeah, it stresses me out. So I'm a big fan of GTA, not like actual theft now, like I'm just saying like specific like GTA, like the game. So yeah, like I really love that, and that's why I also watch Animal Kingdom. So if you're into what I'm kind of into, then you should definitely watch Animal Kingdom as well. It's a really good series. It's also about theft basically. And there's also like obviously Money Heist. That's also about a heist, and it's about this whole the brothers that they take over this bank and all that. But it's pretty cool. It's very cool. So I'd have to say, like, if that had to be my fandom, it would probably be Money Heist and Animal Kingdom for sure. Okay, so the next question is favorite Disney character. I actually don't know. If I had to choose, from when I was a kid, I loved Sleeping Beauty. That was my favorite one. So I'd have to stick with Sleeping Beauty, because I mean, I really did love her when I was young. That's the one that I used to watch like on repeat. So yeah, I would definitely have to pick her. Then the next question is, which do you think you're the most like? So I didn't know which one I was most like, so I went on the internet and I was like, which Disney princess am I most like? And I got Elsa. It says, you're just like Elsa from Frozen. You often come across as quiet and reserved, but you're a totally different person when people really get to know you. And that is me. So I'm actually like very quiet in person, but I think once you get to know me, I'm a little bit more talkative. But yeah, and then the next line that they say is, you're funny, you're creative, and a loyal friend that anyone would be lucky to have. I would have to say that I am quite loyal to my friends, or like to people that are in my life, but I don't know about that funny and creative one. I won't answer that. You guys can let me know if I'm funny or creative. But alright, so the next set of questions are from Rebity, and she asks, what is the best and worst thing about SA? So gosh, okay, there's a lot of worst in South Africa, more than best. But if I had to say one for each, I would have to say the worst is the corruption. And then the best, I would have to say is, I mean, our country is so beautiful. It really honestly is. And it has so much potential. But yeah, unfortunately, due to corruption and all that, things do, you know, if you live here, it's not always the best. But I think, yeah, like I said, the country is beautiful and the culture is just, it's amazing. Yeah, culture never fails to surprise you. All right, then the next one is, what job did you want to have when you were a kid? I wanted to become a vet, and I pursued that. However, I almost fainted when I did try and pursue it because I did an internship to see if this was what I wanted to do, maybe as my future job. However, I did not do as great as I thought I would do, and I decided, okay, never mind, I'll just give love to animals and that's it. Then if I had to choose a new name, what would that be? So my name was actually given to me by my aunt and my sisters because my aunt loved Britney Spears, so she just decided to name me Britney Spears. I honestly don't know what my name would be if my parents named me. I don't know if it would be worse or better, I'm not sure. But I don't really know because I'm like trying to like say my name differently and it's weird for me. I don't know if it's because of that, but I'm quite happy with my name. You know, I don't really mind my name. So thank you very much, Ribbity. And we are now gonna answer questions, and our last few questions. Okay, I can't pronounce this, I'm very, very sorry. But I'm just gonna say the first half of it, so coat, if I'm correct. But please let me know how to pronounce it. Then I will definitely, if I have to say it again, I'll do much better. But they ask my zodiac sign. I am a Cancer. I am the crab. Then the youngest or the oldest. I am the youngest of the two. It is me and my sister. So favorite singers, the next question. I would probably have to say Harry Styles. I mean, I really, really like his type of music. Next question is your favorite Sims pack. We answered that one, but it wasn't a question. I kind of answered it in my line of the question, but it is definitely Jungle Adventure. It's my favorite pack, and I'm doing a let's play on it, so if you haven't seen that, you can definitely check it out. So the next question is your favorite game, Sims 1, 2, 3 or 4. So my favorite one have to be Sims 3. I think that's the game that like I played the most out of Sims 1 and 3. And then they also asked, after the pandemic, what will you do? So if the pandemic, if we have a cure and all of that, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like I haven't thought that far because studies and all that, but yeah, I would like to go somewhere. Like, even if it's in my area, I just want to go somewhere, you know. All right, everyone, so that is all the questions. I hope that I answered them correctly, and I think I did. I'm just hoping that I didn't skip anybody's questions and I answered your questions correctly from what you have asked me. But it was really fun and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys still like me. You don't dislike me after knowing me a little bit more. But yeah, it was very much fun, and I just want to say thank you for asking all of the questions. I enjoyed your questions a lot, and the fact that they were all original was also very nice. And I really appreciate you guys, and you know that. And I just want to say thank you so much for the 100 subscribers. I'm currently at 116 subscribers, and I'm so grateful. I honestly did not expect that to happen, and I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. And definitely keep an eye out on my Twitter, as I will be announcing something for you guys specifically. I'm excited for the rest of my future with this channel, and I'm excited with my future with you guys. And I just want to say thank you, and I know that I'm saying thank you a lot of time, probably on like my 30th thank you right now, but I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be creative on this channel, and also allowing me to be comfortable on this channel. I know you guys don't see me or anything like that, and that's something definitely in the future I will be allowing you guys to watch me, you know, like see me as I'm going through all the stress of the challenges. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be creative and allowing me to have a place where I can just be myself and have amazing friends like you. And yeah, I will say thank you and bye now. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope that you guys also enjoyed the build. And it was just a little something that I decided I just want to do behind the scenes while I do answer this. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have an awesome day. I love you loads, and have an amazing day. Bye.